Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and it is Happy Wednesday, finally to the midpoint of the week. And, as promised, I have a Blue Eyes Exodia using the Royal Magical Library build for you guys this week. But again, we're doing this one digitally, so let's go ahead and check this deck out for you, shall we? So let's load it up. Alright, now it's not an Exodia deck, of course, unless you start with one each of the pieces of Exodia. And two, please don't yell at me because it's 41 cards. I like it like that. And again, with all the search and draw potential that you do have, the Royal Magical Library will cover up the extra one card. So I promise, give it a try. You guys might find out that you like it. But again, you're going to play all 5 pieces of Exodia. It's obligatory. You got to play the 3 copies of the Blue Eyes White Dragon as well, because again, it's not Blue Eyes Exodia, but without Blue Eyes and Exodia. Next up, you need the play set, all 3 copies, White Stone of Legend, and this one's great because when it is sent to the graveyard, add Blue Eyes White Dragon from deck to hand. And again, if we do this off of Dark World Dealings, if we do this off Card of Consonance, doesn't matter. The effect is still the same. This card went to the graveyard. What you'll end up with is you'll have a reverse chain. The spell card's effect is number 1. At least for the cards of consonance, not for the dealings. Dealings will still proceed as normal because it's draw then discard. But the card of consonance, it is a cost. So before resolving the cards of consonance, you will have to resolve the White Stone of Legend effect. And like I just got done saying yesterday with the Red Eyes Black Dragon build, and using the tune tables, to cycle cards out of the deck, because we're going to be able to add the Blue Eyes to our hand before the draw. This means that we've actually sped the deck up just a fraction more by getting that card out of the way before the draw effect resolves. So again, it's fine. Next two, I guess 6 cards. Next 2 different cards are going to be the Royal Magical Library and the Summoner Monk. Now, I chose the Summoner Monk over using the double summon spell card because realistically it's going to be the same thing anyway. I'm still going to have to lose a spell to do the effect. But with the Royal Magical Library, every time a spell card is activated, this is you and your opponent, this card will gain 1 spell counter, and it may hold up to 3 of them. And then, whenever it has 3 as a normal effect during your own turn, it's not a quick effect, you may remove those 3 spell counters to draw a card. And this is where the major draw engine is going to come in, because we're going to use a spell to get a card, use the spell to get a card, use the spell to get a card, and draw. And it's just perfect. And the reason Summoner Monk is here, when Summoner Monk is face up on the field, it cannot be tributed. If this normal or flip summoned, change it to defense position, and then once per turn you can discard a spell to special summon a level 4 from the deck that cannot attack. Doesn't matter, we'll put this guy in defense mode, and it will actually have 2 decent defenses at 16 and 2k. So again, Summoner Monk, it's like running, 6 copies of the Royal Magical Library, as opposed to running double summons, because I don't know what else I would want to summon, if we're being 100%. So for me, Summoner Monk just meant more. And if there were more darks in his deck that weren't the pieces of Exodia, he would make perfect Allure of Darkness fodder. But that's just not going to be the case today. And then the rest is going to be all spells. So again, Upstart Goblin, doesn't matter that the opponent gets 1,000 life points. We get to draw a card. Not only do we get to draw a card, hopefully we're getting a spell counter so that we could try to draw another card in a minute. Same thing with the Tune Table, we're just using them because we can activate all 3 in 1 turn. And then of course at the bottom of the deck you'll see the Tune World. Again, I'll pay 1,000 life points to play it if it means I get another spell counter and potentially another draw. To help us get to either Summoner Monk or the Royal Magical Library, we do run 3 copies of Magical Mallet. And this is one of the few times I really love this spell. It's sort of a retrain off an older spell called Reload. Reload was a quick play. And it had you shuffle your entire hand back into your deck to draw that many new cards. Magical Mallet, more of a cherry picker here, allows you to pick and choose any number of cards from your hand to shuffle back into your deck to then draw the same amount of cards. So again, if I drew too many monsters and not enough spells, send all the monsters back, let's get some spells. But again, trying to get the library first. Got the 3 Dark World dealings again. Again, both players draw 1, drop 1. This is perfect. And again, it could be a good way. Maybe you have the trade-in in your hand, but you also have the White Stone of Legend. This will allow you to draw 1, drop the White Stone, get the Blue Eyes, activate the trade-in, drop the Blue Eyes, draw another 2. It could help you set off. Again, trade-in, discard a level 8 to draw 2. Again, we're going to run 3 targets for 3 spells. Cards of Consonance, same thing for Dragon Tuners with 1,000 or less attack. This is going to be the draw card for the primary draw card for our White Stones of Legend. We are going to be using 1 Day of Peace because again, it is a deck that may take a second turn. You do not always win on the first turn with this. And as such, you know, it's nice that again, we get to draw a card and then neither player takes battle damage for a whole turn. Actually, it just says damage. So I'm going to assume that even a burn deck fails to do damage during 1 Day of Peace. Sorry, the throat's getting a little weird. Next would be the Broken Bamboo Sword. It's an equipment card that gives the monsters 0 attack. But again, we're just going to play it onto the library to say that we played a spell. In addition, we're going to be playing a full suite of the Golden Bamboo Swords. And again, just normal spell card, and if you control a Bamboo Sword card, draw 2 cards. So again, we get to play the Broken Bamboo Sword, and then every Golden Bamboo is an immediate draw 2, just because. And that's really it, guys. It's a quick explanation, and unfortunately, again, there will be no test hands for this one, as I don't actually physically have a lot of the cards for this. Things I'm missing in the real world have got to be the Bamboo Swords, honestly. Otherwise, I would have built this so we could do some test hands. But there's a bunch of great apps and older video games. Maybe you guys want to test it out there. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this. A bit of a shorter video for once. And then again, you know, thanks for stopping by. It means everything. So guys, just real quick, do all of the things, support the channel if you like. It's free. Takes a couple of seconds. A like, a comment, subscription if you haven't already. Possibly share this one with your friends. And even if you don't choose to do any of those things, do me one favor. And this one you have to try to do. Go out there and try to have yourself a great day today, okay? Go do something for yourself, and remember, the week is half over. That means we're almost at the weekend again, which means it's almost time to have fun again. So, I'll see you guys later. Well, hopefully I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful day, my friends. Bye.